Assalamualaikum, selamat petang and welcome back to Santai Sunday Podcast dengan the legendary famous insurance. This is my very good friend Encik Mervyn. He's a top AIA agent for insurance. So I dah promise you all yang saya nak buat podcast dekat Santai Sunday. So he has been willing to come all the way untuk kita just bercakap, just relax, talk about insurance. Okay, so AIA, like I said, one of the top insurance for personal, for corporate. And first question kepada Encik Mervyn adalah, kalau patient tu ada insurance yang hanya cover 25,000 dan dia nak tukar kepada insurance lain, apakah dia punya apakah yang dia boleh buat daripada segi exemption, dan berapakah insurance yang Encik Mervyn sarankan untuk mereka?
Alright. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Saleh, for inviting me into this event. Thank you so much, and a big shout out to all your patients. We're gonna have a good time chit-chatting today to give you some info. So basically, when your patient ada minat nak beli insurance, the main thing is you make sure you jangan cancel you punya plan dulu. After you punya new application dah approve, baru you cancel. But you don't just cancel immediately also. Sebab ada 3 important factor I want to highlight to you. Number 1, there are first 30 days waiting period. That means dalam bulan yang pertama, the first 30 hari, langsung insurance baru apa pun tak cover kecuali accident. So first 30 days. Lepas tu first 120 days, they have a list of specific illnesses, no cover. Example, high blood pressure, diabetes, coronary artery disease, all ear, nose, throat condition. Your spine, your lutut, all no cover. First 4 months. 4 bulan yang pertama from the approval.
Walaupun accident,
walaupun accident cover. Remember the first condition. Bulan yang pertama apa pun dah cover kecuali accident. The first month everything is not covered except accident.
Alright.
The second condition is first 4 months everything is covered except for the list of specifically mentioned condition. And the third is also quite important. All pre-existing medical conditions no cover. Permanently. That means
kalau you ada insurance yang dah cover untuk misal kata 25,000 tu, you want to change now to AIA, you said don't cancel your old plan, but unfortunately the spine will be exempt.
Kalau ada hal pasal spinal, then it's considered a pre-existing medical condition.
There's no way around that.
There's no way around it because it is a standard. Not just AIA, semua insurance company sama juga. They have a clause, and the clause say all pre-existing medical conditions excluded cover. Unless you inform the company, I have this condition, and then the company medical underwriting, they look at it, they check, and then they say okay, we grant you cover. Unless like that, if not, it's no
maknanya
cover.
Boleh cuba lah. That means you write to the insurance company.
Bukan bila you nak beli, you ada isi form kan. Kita tanya you macam mana you punya keadaan of your health, and then they will do medical underwriting, and then based on your soalan and your jawapan, they do a review, and then they might give you cover.
Because I also have managed to get those questionnaires. So I always write down there, patient treated once, patient well, patient discharged well, no follow up for the last 5 years. So maybe that
mungkin boleh
cuba lah.
Boleh cuba. Everything, kalau tak cuba tak tahu kan. So mesti cuba. Everything you must try. So dari segi budget, so if you are around 30 years old, premium it's about 1,000 ringgit a year. If you're 35, maybe 1,003. You're 40, maybe 1,006. This is the basic plan lah. So if you're older, let's say 45 years old, maybe 2,000 ringgit.
So that means I have some patients who are paying, let's say 150 to 200 per month, but they are only covered for 25,000 and below. I mean, to me, that doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah. I mean, it all depends. It could be a group insurance where where if your claims are high, then the premium will be high.
Okay.
But then
But generally what you're telling me is AIA for around, let's say plus minus 2,000, how much of cover will you
you
get
can get about 180,000, which is the base plan
per year?
per year. But the good thing is there is no lifetime limit. That means you boleh claim, let's say you claim 100,000, balance 80, right? Then bila you renew, you will start fresh 180,000. You
every
will
year?
always have 180,000
Every year?
Every year for as long as you live. You can cover this until umur 100 tahun.
Okay, so Alhamdulillah, I mean that is a very very important point. Sebab saya ada banyak patient yang dia tak clear tentang benda ni. Lepas tu saya rasa macam dia bayar terlalu tinggi premium tapi cover tak cukup. So bayangkan you bayar 150 ataupun 200 sebulan, cover you 20,000. Yang ni you bayar dalam 2,000 setahun dan you dapat cover 180,000 setiap tahun sampai bila-bila. So look at the difference.
Sampai umur 100. Tapi
100,
premium
Alhamdulillah.
akan naik every year, sikit-sikit.
Yes, okay.
You go up according to age,
Yes.
and medical inflation adjustment.
Okay,
So all
okay.
this will happen.
Yes.
So yeah, and then you must be below 70 years old. That means umur 69 adalah umur terakhir you boleh apply insurance. So make sure you come back and apply before.
Okay, so sekarang saya akan tanya dia tentang sebab selalunya ini yang menjadi confusion bagi saya pun dulu. Bila you tanya agent insurance tentang plan insurance, ada kalanya dia terus akan beri you investment link. Maknanya tanpa you mengetahui actually banyak daripada apa yang you bayar itu masuk ke dalam investment. Bukannya saya kata investment ni tak baik, tak ada, baik juga. Tetapi kita kena clear tentang apa yang kita beli disebabkan pada satu masa bila you perlu gunakan insurans tu. Saya pernah ada seorang yang dekat emergency tu, masa dia nak gunakan insurans dia dan dia bayar dalam 5 hingga 600 satu bulan, dia punya cover untuk insurans 5,000. Yang lain semua masuk investment, dia tak tahu. So you must be aware. You must be aware. Okay,
Right.
so maybe you can.
Thank you, Dr. Saleh.
Yes.
There are two kinds of insurance. One is a standalone medical plan. One is a medical plan that's linked with investment.
Alhamdulillah, it's
Oh
raining.
goodness, it's raining. Shall we move?
No,
Right. So there are two kinds of insurance. The standalone medical plan basically is just medical, nothing else. No life insurance, no savings.
Okay.
The investment linked plan are basically a hybrid policy. You know what is hybrid? Hybrid macam gabungan two types of product. One is like insurance, one is unit trust. When you merge your insurance and unit trust together, it becomes investment linked policy.
Okay.
There are multiple types of names, but in general, they are only known as investment linked.
Okay.
So on the insurance portion, it's where you put all the insurance cover inside: your life insurance, critical illness, medical plan, personal accident, premium waiver, all the other kinds
What
of.
would be the average cost
Oh, it depends.
for a basic plan?
Okay, if you because there's insurance, there's investment.
Yes.
The premium is going to be double at least.
Okay, that means if you're going to pay 2,000, you're paying 4,000 now.
Easily. I would say about 4,000
And
5,000
then
ringgit.
how much of returns would you think that you're going to get on this, and how fast or how slow are you going to get the return?
This is the thing. You should always sit down with your preferred insurance agent.
Okay, ini yang paling penting
You should always sit down with your preferred insurance agent to have a chit chat, to understand how it works, because it basically depending on how and what kind of funds you choose in the investment portfolio to determine how much value that you can.
So
you
ini
can,
yang paling
you can, you
penting
can
bagi saya adalah kepercayaan. So saya takkan bawa dia kalau saya tak percaya dia. Saya dah kenal dia 10 tahun dan dia memang ejen saya. So sesiapa ejen yang you jumpa itu, bagi saya pun saya rasa perlu membuat penyelidikan sedikit dan duduk dengan mereka, and also look. You see here he's got his plan. He shows me exactly what I'm investing in. Look at it and see how much is being used for insurance, how much is being used for investment, and which plan do you want? Do you want standalone? Do you don't want standalone? And then I think nowadays Bank Negara also has said that if you're willing to co-pay, you can pay less. Is that
That's
true?
right. That's right. It's mandatory co-pay now, so the premiums are also reduced because of
Mandatory, but what I heard is that it's not exactly mandatory. That
it
means
is mandatory.
You must
have
co-pay.
you must have a co-pay. In AIA, the mandatory co-pay is 500 ringgit.
Okay.
And then you can scale up to a higher co-pay. We have this smart option co-pay, and we have a 20,000 ringgit co-pay. So, meaning if you have employee benefit, if you have office covering you, let's say you work in an oil and gas company who gives you 50,000 ringgit cover, you can choose a 20,000 co-pay plan to top up from your 50,000. That means the first 20,000 claim from your company. Once it exceeds 20,000, claim from the insurance company. We can give you
So, if you have a private plan, individual private plan, that means now you must pay 500.
you must pay 500.
Okay, because when I was reading the newspaper, what they said was actually that is option.
No,
Okay.
it was an option before.
Okay.
Now it's mandatory.
Okay.
So-
So the 500, can you claim it back from anywhere?
You can't claim. It's
So that means
self-pay.
the moment you are admitted anywhere, you must pay 500.
Some insurance company maybe 300, but some 500. So
Okay.
basically,
But this is across the board.
it's across the board. Bank Negara has said effective 1st September, all should have
Okay,
an
so ini
option.
pun penting. Saya pun tak tahu tentang benda ni.
Meaning if you claim 10,000 ringgit, insurance company will pay 9,500. You sendiri tanggung 500,
Okay, alright.
and you can't claim from anywhere.
Okay.
So
Ini untuk private.
private.
Okay,
Corporate tak ada.
Corporate tak ada.
Corporate tak ada. So
Okay.
corporate you can claim all.
Okay.
So when you have a 20,000 co-pay, you choose this plan together with your corporate plan. So corporate you claim dulu, lepas tu yang tak cukup you claim from your private. Why? Because the cost is half. If you have a 20,000 deductible, your premium will be much lower.
Okay.
Easily 50% cheaper, so that you don't pay more. You don't need to pay more anyway because you can claim from the corporate. You don't need to, because if you have a full cover, if you want to claim 10,000, you claim from office, then you don't touch your plan. Then what's the point of paying full premium
Betul,
where
betul.
you only need to use after claiming from the office?
Okay.
So you can do a 20,000. But all these, it's important that you sit down with your trusted insurance agent, spend some time, get to know all available options. Then you can make an educated decision for your medical cover.
Okay. Ini satu lagi yang saya nak cakap tentang sekarang adalah pay and claim. Sebab sekarang dekat Pusrawi, saya cakap tentang insurans yang lain. So Prudential, dia ada Prudential BSN yang Hospital Pusrawi adalah panel, dan Prudential Conventional yang sekarang kita sedang cuba untuk menjadikan panel. InsyaAllah dalam bulan Oktober ni kita akan jadi panel juga disebabkan kita ada MSQH. Tetapi banyak patient yang conventional punya dia tak tahu yang dia boleh pay and claim. So maybe you can explain a little bit about this pay and claim when you are going to a hospital that is not panel.
Okay. In AIA, you don't have an option at the moment. It's only with the medical card. You only pay and claim when you go to a non-panel.
Exactly, that's what I'm
All right.
talking about. Yes.
So if you go to a non-panel, pay and claim, you need to remember a few things. Number one, most important is make sure the hospital issues you detailed and itemized invoice. That's important. That's the most important. Number two, even more important, official receipt. Mesti ada. Even for deposit, even for balance payment, everything, you must have an official receipt issued by the hospital. This is the only bukti you dah bayar.
Okay.
Kalau tak ada bukti, they will not reimburse you.
Okay.
So, detailed itemized bill, official receipt, and a claim form filled up by the attending doctor. Dr. Saleh in this
And
instance.
how long from the time that you submit sampai you dapat?
Various insurance company will take various time frame. In AIA, we will process your claim within 14 days.
Okay, sebab selalunya saya beritahu patient 3 bulan.
Oh, tak ada. 14
Tak-
working days lah.
14 working days. Wow.
14
You're very, very efficient.
14 working days, we should be
I'm
able
actually
to.
very surprised at this answer.
We should be able to.
Tabik
But
AIA.
you must submit this is from the date of submission.
Okay.
Not submit to me, ya.
Okay,
The date of submitting to me and I submit to
Ini
AIA.
paling penting. 14 hari nanti saya akan kira lain kali.
14 working days.
Working days.
So it's about 3 weeks.
Okay.
It's about 3 weeks. So the
Okay.
time you submit to me,
Okay.
you give me some time to submit to AIA.
Okay.
And from the time they will process and they should pay you. But of course, if anything more than 20,000 ringgit, it will take maybe 21 working days, longer.
Okay.
Anything more less than 20,000, we will quite fast.
Okay.
So all follow-up, AIA has said that they can reimburse within 5 working days. All follow-up. So make sure you connect with your favorite AIA agent.
So lepas ni saya akan letak email Encik Mervyn. Siapa-siapa nak contact dia, tanya dia apa-apa soalan. Kalau you nak ambil policy dengan dia, mana-mana lah.
Mana-mana.
Saya memang recommend dia. Okay, I definitely know him. He's trustable, he's very honest, and he does all the right things. So that's why he has been my agent for the last 10 years.
Thank you, Dr. Saleh.
And he's also a very good friend.
I also am licensed to do takafu. I'm with AIA Public Takafu and also AIA Conventional. So I'm licensed to do both. So reach out to me and it'll be my pleasure to be of service.
Okay, and so from Santai Sunday, goodbye for now.